Alright, so we got the Evnia 5000 series 24.5 inch gaming monitor thing to have a little cool look at. Let's get it unboxed and see what's really good.
When I pull up on demons. When I pull up on demons.
Yes, what's going on, people? It's man like Jamo back again with another little monitor overview, review, unboxing. You done know the vibes. Evnia Philips ting, gaming ting, 24.5 inch IPS display. Let's see what's going on. Alright, so IPS display, 280 Hz, 0.5 milliseconds response times, AMD FreeSync Premium, HDR, compact ergo base. Alright, okay, let's see what it looks like. Alright, so inside looks like we got some instruction manual stuff. Man, I'll just put that to the side. Got a young normal HDMI cable there. Got a little USB to USB 2.0. I think this is like a up cable, so this will probably go from the monitor to the computer to enable the USB hub that's built into the monitor. Got a little display port to display port cable there. And of course we've got the EU and the UK power plugs. Alright, people them, so man's got the monitor ass up on the table right now, but I did that just so man can show you what ports are going on. But before I show you the ports, this is the arm and it literally just clips into the back of the monitor like that one time. And when you want to get it like loose kind of thing, you press this little clutch here and it obviously you can take it off kind of thing in it. So slap that in there, boom, one time we're good. And then down here now, it looks like from right to left, you've got 3.5mm audio out. Hold on, let me just change the, yeah, there we go. 3.5mm. You got the USB up, so that will connect the monitor to your PC or laptop or whatever for the USB hub thing. You got one USB there, you got a fast charge USB there, you got another USB there, and you got 4 USBs you got here from 3.0 things. Display port, HDMI 2 and HDMI 1. And then over here you got Kensington lock there, and you got like a little power port there in it, so you obviously just put the power thing in there. Then you got a little 4-way, even 5-way, because you can click it down, little multi-function button to turn the monitor on and obviously go through the in monitor menu. So yeah, 4 USB ports on this thing. That's pretty much G'd up, fam. That means your keyboard, your mouse, your headset, can plug them all into the monitor, and then you obviously just plug the monitor into your computer one time. Alright, so let's look at the range of movement that this laptop's got. We obviously got, we've got the teabag in motion, up and down, up and down. We've got left and right tilting, of course, done know. We've also got tilting forward and tilting backwards. There you go. Then let me put it to the side so you guys can see how much it tilts kind of thing. So tilting forward, tilting upwards. Yeah, looks pretty decent. I'm quite a good range of tilt and maneuverability. And of course, obviously, I'm going to be restricted by the wires that I've just plugged in. But you've also got rotate, so it can rotate to full, is that 90 degrees? Yeah, 90 degrees kind of thing, where it can sit like this, so it can be your vertical monitor. And obviously, you can rotate it the other way if you were so inclined to do that as well, and then rotate it that way as well, fam. All right, let's get this thing actually turned on. Alright, first things first, you don't know we got our backs on Nintendo Switch, because Nintendo Switch maxes out at 1080p and so does this display. Obviously, the only thing that the Nintendo Switch can't also max out is the refresh rate of this display, which goes up to 280 Hz. We're stuck at 60 Hz maximum, and I'm not gonna lie, most games the Nintendo Switch ain't even getting to that, especially not at 1080p. But anyway, I digress. Enough slagging off the Nintendo Switch. We're out here on some Zelda Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, which is also another game which barely gets to 30 frames per second in most cases. But anyway, we moved. The game looks kind of nice, and it does actually look quite good on this monitor. We're going to go over to something else though, with a bit more dynamic background going on, and that is Rayman Rabbids, the whole Kingdom battle thing with Mario and the Rayman Rabid Rabbids and all them guys. This game's actually quite fun, guys. I definitely recommend you guys trying it out if you haven't already. But yeah, as you can see, game runs quite nicely. I don't think this game runs at 60. I think it runs at 30 because it's such a slow fast-paced turn-based game that you don't really need 60 frames per second in this game anyway. So yeah, Nintendo definitely lucked out there. But if we do want to see some 60 frames per second stuff, let's go over to Mario Kart, because when you play in one player mode or two-player split screen, you get 60 frames per second on the thing. And as you can see here, well, actually I lied, we're in 4K 24 on this timeline, so even though the game is definitely running at 60, you're probably seeing it at 4K 24 frames per second. But yeah, 60 frames per second is definitely coming through. What I want to do though is get it onto the PC, and let's see if we can unlock that 280 hertz refresh rate. Alright, so now we're in the PC setup, and first things first is I've got to connect the monitor to the PC and see whether that 280 hertz refresh rate option is available, because I've played with monitors before that have a native refresh rate of 240 hertz, but they can be overclocked to 280 hertz, and therefore they're advertised as 280 when really the native is 240. Now on this monitor right here from Philips Evnia, we're getting that native 280 hertz, so you can literally select it in Windows without having to do any further overclocking, and it looks proper fast, especially with me playing around with the window here. Let's get it into a competitive game and see if I can actually get any kills. Alright, so now that man was at 280 hertz, 1080p, I thought I was ready for the big guns, and what a wicked time it was, because CSGO 2 is now out and ready to play, fam. So obviously man downloaded the thing, I had a little run around, I did a little training mode with the bots. The bots were working me, fam. Oh my god, like I thought the 280 hertz refresh rate would like up my skill level, but it didn't. Like I was still dead, I was still getting killed on sight. I did get a couple two kills in that. Like it wasn't completely a loss, but it was mostly a loss kind of thing. But yeah, no, the 280 hertz thing, I'm not gonna lie, for me personally, once you're going above 144 hertz, I don't know, I can't see the difference. Me personally, I cannot. Don't know about you guys might be able to see the difference kind of thing, but I'm just being honest with you. But what I can tell you is that the experience was smooth, fam. Yeah, like the 280 was effortless, and I'm sure somebody who has a half decent skill level playing CSGO and them things there can definitely get a couple W's on this mad high refresh rate screen. Now, just to briefly show you the built-in menu system that you've got to change some of the monitor settings during a game or whenever you want to change them. You can control that from the back button on the back of the panel. And you've got smart image mode, you've got game mode, you've got input selection, you've got audio selection. Audio out is only via the 3.5mm jack, because this monitor does not have any speakers, any built-in speakers anyway. Language mode, system mode, setup, and obviously if I just show you inside those settings real quick, obviously you got the little different modes there. Game mode, you got adaptive sync, you got MBR sync, don't know what that is, crosshair, dark boost, low input lag, smart response. And then in input mode, obviously you got the imports, audio, not much going on there. System, you got OSD setting, you got smart size, and you got pixel orbiting kind of thing. And then setup, you've got power LED on or off, resolution notice, information. So if you want the resolution notice on, just to basically tell you what resolution you're at, but you're on a 1080p screen anyway, so it's not going to be that interesting. And you got the other stuff right there. In all honesty, I think it's a pretty much decent panel. Like obviously you got your 1080p, you got your 280 hertz. It's an IPS panel, so those viewing angles look wicked from wherever it's sitting in your setup, even if you have it in a vertical orientation kind of thing. You've obviously got the USB hub functionality there with 4 USB ports, which you wouldn't really expect on such a small monitor in the first place. Colors look good, brightness looks good. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm speaking for myself. In terms of 1080p monitors that I've reviewed on this channel, this has got to be top 3, if not the best 1080p monitor that man has featured on our channel. Like all that functionality, all those features that it has, I don't really think that 1080p monitors go this hard usually, because once it's 1080p, it's like the manufacturer just gives up and says, this is gonna be a rubbish monitor. But I feel like Evnia here have said it's gonna be a 1080p monitor, but it's gonna be the best 1080p monitor you've ever used. And for me, that's good enough, fam. Like, definitely for gaming, it's wavy. Imagine having 3 of these on a setup of maybe like a 4060 or a graphics card that's not necessarily like a 3090 or a 4090 or 3080 kind of situation, kind of thing. So yeah, man, I'm not mad at it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and if you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be in with the news when I'm dropping a new video.